Imagine being caught in a tug-of-war between your love for a man and loyalty to your father. Mikal, the daughter of King Saul, had everything: royalty, beauty, and privilege, but her heart's journey was anything but smooth. What happens when love meets betrayal, and duty clashes with devotion? Let's unravel the story of Mikal, a woman whose life was entangled in the chaos of Israel's first royal family. Mikal, the younger daughter of King Saul, grew up surrounded by the pomp of the Israelite court. But her heart wasn't captivated by the palace. Instead, it was stolen by a shepherd boy turned warrior, David. Known for his valor and his poetic soul, David had already won the hearts of the nation, but winning the heart of a princess was a different matter altogether. The Bible tells us in 1 Samuel 18 verse 20 that Mikal loved David. Her love wasn't unnoticed, and it played right into the hands of her father, Saul, who sought to use Mikal as a pawn. Saul offered her to David, not as an act of kindness but as a trap, hoping David would fall in battle while fulfilling the king's bride price, a dangerous mission to kill 100 Philistines. But David, driven by love and courage, succeeded, bringing back double the required number. Mikal became his wife, but their happiness was short-lived. As Saul's jealousy of David grew, Mikal's loyalty was tested. One fateful night, when Saul sent soldiers to kill David, Mikal had to choose between her husband and her father. In a daring act of love, she helped David escape through a window, deceiving her own father by placing a household idol in David's bed to make it appear he was still there. 1 Samuel 19 verses 11 to 17. Her quick thinking saved David's life, but it came at a cost. Mikal was left behind, caught in the storm of her father's wrath. Years passed. David, now a fugitive, became an outlaw while Saul's kingdom crumbled. In an act of political maneuvering, Saul gave Mikal to another man, Paltiel, despite her still being David's wife. 1 Samuel 25 verse 44. Mikal's life became a tug-of-war, her agency stolen by men driven by power and revenge. When David finally ascended to the throne, he demanded Mikal's return. Her second husband, Paltiel, wept as she was taken away, a poignant moment that highlighted the personal cost of political games. 2 Samuel 3 verses 13 to 16. Yet Mikal returned to David, her heart hardened by years of betrayal and loss. The final glimpse of Mikal's story is bittersweet. In 2 Samuel 6 verse 16, as David danced with unrestrained joy before the Lord during the return of the Ark of the Covenant, Mikal looked down from her window with disdain. Her love for David had turned to bitterness, her heart scarred by years of conflict, manipulation, and unmet expectations. The Bible records that Mikal rebuked David for his undignified celebration, and their relationship never recovered. She bore no children, her legacy overshadowed by her estranged marriage and her place in a turbulent dynasty. Mikal's love for David began with admiration and emotion. 1 Samuel 18 verse 20. While feelings are powerful, love that lacks a foundation of shared purpose and trust can falter under pressure. Mikal loved David deeply, yet their relationship struggled because external forces, politics, betrayal, and manipulation eroded the trust and unity they might have built. For modern readers, this highlights the importance of building love on a firm foundation. Strong relationships require shared values, open communication, and resilience against outside pressures. When Mikal's love for David collided with the realities of her father's schemes and David's ambition, it revealed cracks in their bond. This reminds us that enduring love goes beyond feelings. It involves commitment, sacrifice, and working together to overcome challenges. It's a call to reflect. Is our love built on emotions alone, or are we cultivating a partnership that can withstand life's storms? The final glimpse of Mikal shows her filled with bitterness as she rebukes David for dancing before the Lord. 2 Samuel 6 verses 16 to 23. Her disdain wasn't just about the moment, it reflected years of pain and unresolved resentment, being used as a pawn, torn from one husband to another, and her place as a queen overshadowed by David's other wives. Bitterness often grows when we hold on to pain without seeking healing. Mikal's inability to process her hurts led to a hardened heart, estranging her from David and ultimately leaving her legacy unfulfilled. This teaches us the importance of addressing emotional wounds. Forgiveness and healing are not just for the benefit of others but for ourselves. Unforgiveness can keep us trapped in the past, preventing us from living in freedom and joy. Ask yourself, are there areas where bitterness may be holding you back? When Mikal helped David escape through a window, she risked her life to save him. 1 Samuel 19 verses 11 to 17. Her courage in that moment stands as a testament to the power of love in action. Yet her decision to deceive her father, King Saul, put her in a precarious position, leaving her behind to face Saul's wrath alone. Courage is often costly, but it can change the trajectory of a story. Mikal's bravery allowed David to survive, eventually becoming king and fulfilling God's purpose for Israel. However, it also came with personal consequences, as her relationship with both David and her family was forever altered. This lesson challenges us to consider the cost of courage. Sometimes, standing for what is right or helping others means making sacrifices. Are we willing to take bold action, even when it requires us to step out of our comfort zones or face opposition? Mikal's life was marked by divided loyalties, her love for David and her duty to her father, Saul. This tension is evident in her actions. She deceived her father to save David, but later seemed estranged from David when she disapproved of his public worship. Loyalty is a virtue, but misplaced or divided loyalty can lead to inner turmoil and strained relationships. Mikal's story reminds us of the importance of aligning our loyalties with God's purposes. Had Mikal sought God's guidance more intentionally, perhaps her decisions could have brought greater clarity and peace. This lesson invites reflection. Are we being pulled in conflicting directions by our loyalties? By prioritizing God's will, we can avoid the confusion and pain that often accompany divided allegiances. Mikal's life was filled with heartbreak, used as a pawn in Saul's schemes, separated from David, and forced into another marriage. By the time she returned to David, her experiences had hardened her, leading to bitterness and estrangement. 2 Samuel 6 verse 23. Healing often requires letting go of past hurts. Mikal's inability to move beyond her pain left her emotionally distant, unable to fully embrace her role as David's queen or her part in God's greater plan. This lesson speaks to all of us. We cannot change the past, but we can choose how we respond to it. By surrendering our pain to God and allowing His grace to heal us, we can find freedom and joy. The question is, will we cling to our wounds, or will we trust God to bring beauty from ashes? Mikal's story is one of love, betrayal, loyalty, and the consequences of unresolved pain. Through her life, we see the complexity of human relationships and the importance of aligning our hearts with God's purpose. While her journey was filled with challenges, Mikal's story invites us to reflect on our own lives. How do we handle love and loyalty? Do we let bitterness take root, or do we seek God's healing? At Scriptures in Pictures TV, we bring stories like Mikal's to life, not just to recount history but to inspire transformation. Her life may have been bittersweet, but it leaves us with timeless lessons about courage, forgiveness, and trust in God's plan. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating Bible stories brought to life. See you in the next story.